Okay, here we go. It is asking me continue with the configuration dialog. I'll just say no and I'll move forward. Okay, if you have any doubt you can ask me. So I'm in the user mode. The device ID is router. All the routers, Cisco routers will come as router. All the Cisco switches will come as a switch. So I'll move to the enable mode. I have just put EN and I have pressed tab. Okay, now if I what is the opposite of enable? Disable. If I type disable, I go back to the user mode. Okay, if I type EN, press tab, it will not work because there are multiple commands starting with E. One is enable and one is exit. The router doesn't know what you are trying to do. Okay, you have to be specific. So now if you press E and press a question mark, it will give you all the words starting with E. Are you getting my point? Okay, so I want to go for enable. I'm press tab, enter. As you can see, we are in the enable mode. It is also called as privilege mode. Okay, and we have reached the privilege level 15. There should be a command called privilege, but it's not there because it's just a packet tracer, and it will, yes, it will give you all 100%, 110% all the commands which are required for CCNA exam, CCNA level. Even for CCNP purpose also, it will cover 30 to 40, maybe 50% of the commands. Okay, even it has for CCNA security also. I take many of my classes in Cisco packet tracer only. There is no issue. Okay, yes, so many other things it cannot simulate. But anyway, if you want to see what all commands can be executed under the enable mode, you can see there is a laundry list of commands here in alphabetical order. And if you want to, you can see there is more. That means there are more things to be shown. And I press enter and I can go down. If I press space bar, it will show me page by page. If I press anything else, it will stop the execution and come back to the command prompt. Okay, anyway, most of my commands will in the CCNA level will at least start with show. If I put a question mark here, it will show me all the commands starting with show. Most importantly, I have we have gone through some of the commands like show flash, right? And we can give the command show interfaces. We can go down and yes, there is a command called show privilege. We can see it here. Okay, show running configuration, show startup configuration. There is something called show user. We will be using that. Show version. Okay, the most important one was starting with show and show run. Show running -config. Show running configuration is going to show you the present system configuration. Okay, it is the default behavior, default configuration. We have not done anything here. Presently it is saying that it is in 12.4 version of iOS. 12 is the major release, 4 is the minor release. The host name or the device ID is router. I'm not telling you everything, but whatever is important I'm telling you. And yes, I have told you about this interface status, right? We have not yet given any IP addresses. It is in the shutdown mode. That's a software shutdown. And duplex is auto, speed is auto. I have explained you about the duplex and the speed settings. IP classless. Yesterday somebody was asking, I was using a class A address. with a /24 mask because this operating system is capable of understanding the class lists. Okay, that's why it is IP class listing has been mentioned. That means he understands that a 10.0 series IP address can have a /24 mask. Are you getting my point? Okay. I have explained you about this line console 0, line auxiliary 0 and line BTY 0. Hopefully you remember that. Okay. Show startup configuration. It doesn't have anything, so it will say that startup configuration is not present. Okay. You know, subsequently when we will be saving it, we will be able to see the startup configuration. Show flash. Show flash is actually showing me all the files whichever is present in the flash memory. The most important ones and the first one and the longest with the longest file name is the iOS file. Okay, it will be a .bin file. I have also explained you these terms. Okay. And there are some other files, and you will get some other files later on. Okay, whenever you save something in the flash. It is also telling you how much memory, total flash memory is there, and how much has been used, how much is still available. You can give another command here. It is directory flash. Okay. It is just again giving you all the files, whatever is there, okay, with the read write options. There is a command called show version. Show version is actually giving you lots of information here. I told you that initially when the router boots up, it boots up from the iOS which is present in the ROM. So ROM is having 12.1 iOS. Can you see? But now the main iOS is 12.4, update 15, C2800, advanced IP services, advanced cryptography options are there. Okay, and it is giving you some legal information. And it is telling you about the RAM. Cisco divides it into two parts, and it tells you have to add it up, and you have to find out how much is the total RAM. Almost 64 MB of RAM is there, if I am not wrong. It is also telling you about the interfaces. It has got two fast Ethernet interfaces. It has got some 239 kilobytes of NVRAM and some 62 MB of flash. There is a command called show history. There is a command called show history. This command will actually show you what all previous commands you have typed. By default, the history size is 10. That means by default it will store up till 10 commands. You can increase or decrease the history size, but if you increase the history size to store more commands, what is going to happen is it will consume more memory. And when we talk in terms of when we talk about these devices, routers and switches, they are working on very less memory. When we talk about the PCs nowadays, it is like 16 GB of RAM, 8 GB of RAM, 1 TB of hard disk is just a common thing. But for them, 512, 64 MB, okay, those are huge. Are you getting my point? There is a command show interface. Show interface command will give you lots of details about interfaces one by one. It is showing about fast Ethernet 0/0. It will give you some one page of information. Maybe after that it will start for with 0/1. and importantly, this is giving you layer 1 information that it is present administratively down. It is giving you layer 2 information that the line protocol or Ethernet protocol is down, and it is giving you the hardware address or the MAC address of that particular interface. As I have mentioned before, that the interface of a router is just a LAN card. So when you say that the interface of the router is a LAN card, that means it has to have a MAC address, correct? So this is the MAC address. Okay, and whenever you configure IP address, you will be able to see the IP address here. Okay, it is talking about the MTU, it is talking about the bandwidth. See, bandwidth is 100,000 kilobits. Okay, then a few other things are there, forget about that, you may not, don't have to know all this. So again, it is starting with 0/1. Okay, whatever interfaces you will have, it will show you one by one. Now if you want to be little more specific, if you can say show interface fast Ethernet 0/1, I want to see only 0/1's information. Okay, you can see specifically for fast Ethernet 0/1, or you don't want all the detailed information, but you want some specific layer 1, layer 2, layer 3 information. In that case, give a command show IP interface brief. Show me briefly, in short, right? You will get in the tabular format. Have you understood this? There is a command called show IP protocols. So nothing is running here, which we'll talk about these protocols later on. Okay, of course there is another command called show protocols also. Do we have that? Yes. This show protocol command is also giving you layer 1 and layer 2 information, right? Layer 1 and layer 2 information is giving. Why I'm showing you all of this is, in the CCNA exam, they might ask you the question, saying which of the commands will give you layer 1, layer 2, layer 3 information. Okay, select 3 right answers or 2 right answers. There will be 5 options. You have to select out of that 2 right answers. Okay, so you have to know specifically which show command is showing you what. Okay, so we'll be learning about other show commands slowly, but let us move to the configuration mode. Okay, if I have to go to the configuration mode, configure terminal, I'm in the global configuration mode. I'll give a name, I'll change the name of the router. I'll say host name R1. Okay, name of the router has changed. Now you have, as you can see in the diagram, I want to give this 0/0. This network is will have 10.0.0.0/24 network. So the IP address here I will put is 10.0.0.1. the first IP address. Okay, and on this 0/1 interface I will put 10.0.1.1, the first usable IP address of 1.0 network. Is this clear? Okay, at any point if you don't understand, please ask me. Okay, you can see the IP addresses at least, right? Now, okay, fine. So I'll go to interface fast Ethernet 0/0. As you can see, I'm in config -if. When I'm in config hyphen something, you should understand that you are in some specific part of the device, and slowly will understand what after hyphen whatever word is there, what does it signify. If signifies you are in some physical interface. Okay, so I'm in fast Ethernet 0/0. You have seen it is in the shutdown mode. I'll give no shutdown. You can see there are two lines which have appeared. One is fast Ethernet 0/0 changed to up. It is talking about the physical layer, layer 1. And then it is saying line protocol on fast Ethernet 0/0 changed to up. It is talking about the data link layer, about the Ethernet. So it is giving you the layer 1 option and it is giving you the layer 2. Are you getting my point? Now I'll show you something. Let's say I'll bring it back. I will delete this interface. Nothing is connected on fast Ethernet 0/1 of the router. I'll go here. I'll go to interface fast Ethernet 0/1 and I'm giving no shutdown. I'm giving no shutdown to that particular interface where nothing is connected. It is telling fast Ethernet 0/1 is up, but it is not telling line protocol is up. So you should know, you should understand from the status messages, from the show commands. If you put show IP interface brief now, you will find that admin status is up but protocol is down in case of fast Ethernet 0/1. Are you getting my point? Of course, if you want to see, you don't have to go to enable mode nowadays. You can give the show IP interface brief command here only, but you have to include a word called do. You have to include do before that and your tab will not work because you are giving that command in a different place. You should have given that command in the enable mode, but I don't want to go to enable mode again. Okay, so I am giving this show command in the configuration mode. That's why I have to place do before that. Now if I type show, now IP int, the tab command will not work now. ERFACE brief. I told you that I have to write do before that, right? Now if you put Control A, look at the cursor. The cursor is at the last. I put Control A. The cursor has come to the front. If I put Control E, the cursor will go back to the end. Okay, I am putting Control A here and I am writing do. I am putting a space. It is telling me that on 0/0 status is up, protocol is up, 1 and 2 both are up. But in 0/1, one is up, layer 1 is up, layer 2 is down because nothing is there. Is this clear? Now as soon as I go and connect the interface cable here, can you see line protocol on interface 0/1 change to up? Okay, I'm in interface fast Ethernet 0/1 now. Okay, I have to give a IP address. The IP address is IP address 10.0.1.1. If you are having some confusion what to do next, put a question mark. It is telling A.B.C.D, put the subnet mask, IP subnet mask in this format. So the subnet mask is .255.255.0. There you can change some duplex settings. If you type duplex, press then put a question mark here, you get duplex auto, full and half. It is presently in the auto mode. You can change to full or half. You can say that specifically, no, you have to be duplex full or you have to be duplex half. But it is better to leave them for the judgment of the router. Put it for auto configuration. Don't touch that. Similarly, you can go for speed, and if you put a question mark here, you get 110 and auto. Let us keep that in that way. Let us exit out of this router, of this specific configuration. I'll go back to interface fast Ethernet 0/0. Okay, so I can just press up arrow and it will show me all the previous commands. Either I can change it here, interface fast Ethernet 0/0. I'm there now. No shutdown already given. I'll give the IP address. Done. Now, if you want to exit out of the specific configuration, you have to type exit. If you want to exit out of the global configuration, type exit. Enable. You are in the enable mode. Okay, if you type exit here, you come out of the router. Again, you have to type enable. You can go to the configuration mode. Okay, you can go to some specific configuration mode. Now you are here and quickly you want to come to the enable mode. You want to quickly come to the enable mode. Press Ctrl and Z together. Press Ctrl and Z together. You can directly come back to the enable mode. No need to type exit again and again. You can say show running configuration now, just to check whatever you have configured. See, host name has changed to R1. You can see fast Ethernet 0/0 and 0/1 has been configured with respective IP addresses. Okay, rest of the things are fine. At this point, if you want to save the configuration, you have to give a command copy question mark. From where do you want to copy? I want to copy from running configuration. So it is the source. The command is like copy space source space destination. Now, what is the destination? Startup configuration. It is asking me, how do you want to store it? What is the file name in the destination? This one. If you want to give a different file name, you can mention that. But if you mention that, it will be a problem. So keep it for default. Okay? All the, everything within the, what is that called? Yes. Square brackets, it will be default. So I press enter, it has got copied. Now if I give show startup configuration, you will be able to see that it will be exact copy of a running configuration at this point. Is this clear? Okay. Up till this point you have, I think, done it yesterday, right? So I will show you few more commands here. You want a break?
Yes, sir.
It has been recorded, okay?